VIP room. No one else can get in there.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Trust me, the girls in the VIP always are gentle.
This menu. All right, you goddamn fucking thing. Online VIP. That's what we're in, ain't it?
Yep, that's why I just dropped us on.
Oh, okay. Glad you know how to do that shit.
Yeah, just drag them down.
There you go.
I see.
It's like purely experimenting. So here's our. There was a third hopper in here. I took it out, but
Because that's a
two hoppers.
400 right there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm playing with. So there's two hoppers down below here. Here's a other hopper feeding in. So you can drive underneath the chute, load up the truck, and then when you're not there, then it just recirculates.
So it just keeps running a loop until there's a truck under there.
Yep, I'll open this loop up so you can see it.
That is just ingenious, man.
I am not the creator. This is old school here already.
But it works. That's the thing.
It does work, yeah. What I'm coming up with is out of a load, out of the 400, you lose 14,000 units on a load. I totaled up what was going on between the three hoppers there and ran a load and totaled it up again, and it was 14,000 down.
Jeez.
Which, honestly, for the convenience of it, tolerable. You got say you got three people feeding a hopper. Oops, I got to click on my screen. You got three people feeding a hopper or whatever. That hopper is going to have 400,000 in it. Send somebody like Trav in a truck. Don't go haul. When I first experimented, okay, see how much is in the truck right now?
Yeah.
When I first experimented with it a month or two ago, whatever it's been already, it took 6 loader buckets to fill a truck, to fill a 400. And so I put that in the hopper, and then I ran underneath it, that little pile that I said, see how much is in there right now? That's all you got.
So you're losing quite a bit.
Yeah, I think we're losing 75 to 90% of it. See, now we're losing a little bit out the back right there. Big deal, so what? Now, if I put my 4-chute loader up here, that you drive under, and you just drive under one spot and it loads the whole damn truck at once, well, hey, then we'll have something, as far as loading goes. It'll be quick. This is just a single system on a 10X.
None of those loading systems should be fast.
I could put a 4-chute loading system on 10X. That'd be fast as hell. And as long as you're recovering underneath it like this, who cares? Just drive away and let her go back to its loop.
That's ingenious.
Split did a whole building with that. He had 4 stalls in that building that did this. That's where I got the idea from.
How it recirculates?
Yeah. No. So yeah, you could be feeding this side of it, and it doesn't have to be right next to the course. Have it wherever, as long as it feeds back into it, and you don't have to stop it every time.
Yeah, but how much will that hold before it starts losing?
It won't. They don't. The hoppers don't delete anymore.
Oh, they don't at all.
Not from what I understand. No.
Nice.
I've had 2.5 million units in them before, and just started it up and let them go. Couldn't prove to you that it didn't delete some of it, but it's fine. You know, whatever we're getting is really just fine.
It all works.
Yeah. Yeah, as we were in that multiplayer one of mine there, and I'd forgotten to turn the plant on. All the lines that we were dumping into had been feeding up to the plant hopper, but hadn't been going anywhere from there. Went up there and went, oh, wonder how much is in that hopper, and it was like 2.5 million. Like, yeah, that about fits for as much as we've been doing. So. That was the thing it got with that one there. There was no goal. There was no motivation to do anything. So that's where we kind of lost it.
Yeah.
You know, we weren't saving any of the material, weren't selling, weren't trying to make money, weren't, didn't have any rules, just dug. In fact, for a while there, we put concrete blocks down and just dumped right on the blocks. We don't even put them in hoppers.
Just to pile it?
Yeah. No, if you dump it on straight concrete blocks, it deletes it.
See, and that should be fixed right there, because that's not...
Yeah, if you know it's there, you can use it to your advantage sometimes. Sometimes when you're just trying to get a little ways and don't want to haul it out, yeah, there you go. Delete it. You don't have to use it, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like auto GPS. Don't gotta use it. But you should know it's there, and it's not something you really know about. It's not nowhere in a manual or a tutorial or nothing. Well, once I'm done going in circles, I know how to make it a 4-lane loader if I want. Done with my experimenting.
Never.
I already did a lot more than I intended to. I should have been in bed by now.
Already? It's daylight.
Yeah. What happens when you work night?
Oh yeah, your schedule's all screwed up.
Yeah. Then I don't work tonight, so it's not, not a rush to get to bed. I need to sleep at some point. Try and stay up all night. Then I've got my other business to tend to a little bit tonight. It'll take a couple hours. Go up and smoke some teas and get everything bagged up.
Yeah, you should be getting ready for some shows, aren't you?
Yeah, I've already done. I just do farmers markets on Saturdays. I've had 2 wins. Way. Label bag before he sleeps, so then all I gotta do is grab my shit and go.
Yeah.
Get up. I'll wait for the restaurant to close before I go up there. Can't go up till about 5, 6 tonight.
Nice.
She's usually out here to 6. I'm not even too worried about if I don't even do the labels till I get up. I don't know. I'm having a hard time getting motivated.
We all have them days, man.
Oh, I've been having months, days. This morning, I've got enough work to do around here this morning. I shouldn't have been playing game at all. It's like, fuck you. My day off. I want it. I'll deal with smoking Cheez-Its and shit and get that done eventually, but I ain't gonna worry about it. Just gotta be ready for the weekend. Save this. Got it. Don't take long to save that one. Nothing there. Not live.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't see any updates here.
Yeah, so far I'm not seeing anything updated.
No. Yeah, it's not downloading anything for me. It's what it would be doing right now if there was an update today. Still could happen though. Still could be this afternoon.
Vehicles. Nothing new in conveyors. Nope.
Now if you somewhere under factory, that's the first thing you'll notice when it comes.
Yeah, there's nothing new there.
Yeah. Like I say, I would have started downloading it right now after I quit the game if there was anything today. Or so far today anyway. But it's got to be just right there around the corner. And I'm hoping they're hint about having more time to work on the vehicles right now that they get my goddamn GPS.
See, I'll tell you what, that K-Tech with that automatic GPS would be amazing.
Oh yeah, I'd be with you on that.
So you can tell exactly what your grade is at.
Yep. Set slopes or whatever.
Yes.
You know. I still get a kick out of acid and crazy. Oh, I run the shit out of that dozer. Oh yeah, I'm good at that. Okay, well, we're about to find out.
Put you to a test with the real bulldozer operator.
No, we're gonna find out because you're gonna now if we're gonna do this multiplayer, you're gonna have to make roads that we can all drive on and get your mind straightened out. So we can actually do something with it.
You know how the roads will be.
Rough as a motherfucker. Just because that's the way they are. I mean, I worked that map you saw mine with the under the water, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, that road that went up the hill there, I'm working on paving that.
How's that going?
Not too bad, you know. Like it's been said many times, it's be a lot more fun to have a second person.
Have you been learning how that paver works?
Yeah, it's easy.
Lay it down and smooth it with the...
It's easy, but it don't do a fucking thing. All it's doing is painting the ground. That's all it's doing.
Ah.
If your ground is rough before it goes over, it's still going to be rough when it's done. And don't roll it after you pave it. How about you rolling them before?
Ah, so it's...
If it is, if there is a high spot in there, the roller will turn it to whatever's below it. So it'll turn it to dirt or pay dirt or whatever's sitting below it.
Ah, so it's not really realistic in a way.
Not at all. No. It just looks cool. If you do get it nice and smooth like that, you paint it. Or paint it, I guess. I guess what it's doing.
It's just
it does look cool.
It's just an overly expensive paintbrush.
Yeah. And it brings more interest to the game. It's something to do. I do think that it should take minor undulations, if you will, and make them even, just like if you were running a real paver.
Yeah.
When they're running a real paver, they're getting that road graded with a laser, automatic, right?
Yeah.
So they're getting it that flat before they lay that shit down. But if there is dips in there, like even wheel tracks, that's just gonna fill it in and lay it out flat. Just takes a little more material, and I wish it did that in here.
Well, there's still a lot to come in this game.
It sure is. Yeah, I look forward to it. I think that paver does do just a little bit of smoothing. It has, when you turn it on, it has the same sound as the roller when it vibrates. So it makes me think that it maybe does do a little bit of roller smoothing as it goes. I think I've noticed it, unless I'm imagining it. But obviously I haven't done anything real rough, because that thing won't handle anything real rough. You can't pave over concrete, which that's kind of too bad in a way, you know?
Yeah, because then you're guaranteed to be smooth.
Right. Yeah. Yep. And it's because you can't paint concrete. Also, I guess you can't paint dirt either, technically, but yeah. Since all they're doing is painting, you know. If it was putting down the fill type and screeding it off, hey, cool. That'd be awesome. Maybe they can take a page out of Roadcraft for the paving part.
Is there paving on that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that shit you do lay down and you have to come back with the smooth roller and roll it out.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, when those roads are paved on that game, they're really nice. But you got to lay sand down, and you come back with a dozer and smooth the sand out. Then you can pave, then roll it again. For
Nice.
as arcadey as that game is, it's not too bad. It's kind of a cool feature. And you don't have to. That's the other thing too. Other than to complete some of the missions, you don't have to pave anything. You can just haul sand and bulldoze it. Call her good. It smooths it out just fine. And their idea of a bulldozer is kind of interesting too. It's a fucking loader with a flat blade on it.
I've seen that.
It's kind of janky, but again, game is arcadey, and that's kind of arcadey. And it's okay. Still a good game.
Yeah, I don't know. Things I've seen on it so far, I'm just not overly a fan of it.
Yeah. I'm still so damned addicted to ore that I can't get myself that into Roadcraft.
I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen Splint in here in a long time.
Yeah, I used to Roadcraft. I'm kind of wondering if kind of two things. Do you have a little bit of falling out with the dev, so he's going to stay away from it for a little bit? I don't know. Is he just sick of it? Wants to do something for a while?
He's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
He could be getting burned out. This isn't his job. This is just a hobby for him.
Well, that's a hell of a lot of income for him too.
Oh, I'm sure. But
he does make pretty good money at it. I don't think he makes a huge living, but I bet I could live on what he makes. But I wouldn't want to put 9 hours a fucking day into it either.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I mean, like anything, you get burned out after a while.
Yeah, and then it's not a fun game anymore. It's a job.
Yeah.
My project showed up. I'm happy.
Yeah, waiting on some of my stuff to show up yet. Amazon.
Yeah, that's what showed up for me. Wasn't supposed to be here till tomorrow. So.
Oh, you lucky.
Yeah, I put a new sink in the other day, and I needed drain parts for it. I've been dealing with just a 5-gallon bucket under it for now. It's going to be so fucking nice to use that sink. Oh, I can't wait. Sounds kind of silly to be excited about something like that, but with the barbecue and stuff that I do, I have large pans and double stainless steel sinks just don't cut it.
Yeah.
So I got a great big single bowl sink instead. Took my little double out. But going from a double to a single, the drain stuff just doesn't line up, and it just ain't normal. If I was an actual plumber, I'm sure I could figure it out easier, but
We are not
it was,
plumbers.
no, I know enough just to be dangerous, or just enough to be dangerous. I know how to put some copper fittings on and stuff. I can do that and work with PEX and do a bit of that. And supply lines aren't bad, but drains. If it's not just an easy kit that just scratch my head, or if I don't have access to all kinds of elbows and fittings and all that shit. If I've got all that, yeah, I could do it too. But I didn't have that stuff around where you can buy a kit that's almost like them flexible hoses for your dryer vents. You buy a kit, you put the fucker on the drain and use that flex hose to go over to the wall, the spot in the wall. Good to go.
Just like most people can't do what we do.
Right. Well,
They couldn't even get the truck in gear.
fuck. I hope that hose is long enough now. Now I'm looking at it. Not very big. Guess I'll have to read the instructions. Damn it. It'd be better than what I got, though. The new faucet I got for it, too, is I backed off from what I really wanted. I wanted the Alexa-controlled faucet. This one's just touch control. It's fine.
Just touch control.
Yeah, but I've had touch control for probably 10 years.
Oh, nice.
And that touch control quit, and it drove me fucking crazy. It absolutely drove me up a wall. So I thought, well, I could have fixed that faucet. I could have fixed that controller, which I've done once before. And I went, I'm going to get the faucet I want that I've been wanting for years. And then I went, hey, girlfriend in here to fight me on the sink. I'm getting the fucking sink I want too. I didn't decide that till Saturday afternoon. I went to Menards and bought a sink.
Yeah?
Yeah, the old girlfriend I had here when I replaced that last sink. I wonder if I called her from Menards or if I asked before I left or whatever, if we discussed it, because going to a single bowl is pretty different, And I said, this is really what I want to get. And I wasn't that into the barbecue yet. So I wasn't as worried about the big pans at that point. I just thought it'd be cool to have it and look nice. And convenient, in my book, convenient. Oh, she fought me tooth and nail on that. Gotta have the double sink, gotta have the doubles for doing dishes and stuff.
No, you gotta have triple.
Now for commercial you do.
Yeah. Wash, rinse, and sanitize.
You wanna know how I sanitize my pans? Maybe I shouldn't even tell you.
The dog.
No. Window spray cleaner.
Honestly, we use bleach at the 50/50 bleach.
Yeah, but I don't have a sink I can do that kind of shit in. I guess I would right now, but I still ain't gonna. Oh fuck! I've been my pans that I use for smoking the nuts and smoking Cheez-Its. Fuck, they haven't been properly washed since I first started doing it 3 years ago. They get sprayed down with whatever I have handy that's somewhat acceptable and wiped out. That's their cleaning. And what the hell? There's nothing dangerous in there. Going back into a smoke environment, you know, at 200 degrees, it ain't gonna hurt a fucking thing.
Yeah.
You'll never taste it because of all that smoke. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I would like to be able to run it through like a proper dishwasher, commercial one. I kind of have access to that, but when I'm doing these things, I usually go through 8 fans, and that dishwasher that she's got at the restaurant there can only probably do 2 at a time at the most.
Kind of smaller.
Yeah, compared to the size pans I use. If I ever have my own facility, there's going to be a big washer in there. I have to be able to handle at least 4 pans at a time.
It's nothing but money.
Yeah, at some point. The way I see things going, I know it's really, really early in the year, or in the season, but the way I see things going right now, there won't be expansion. And if I don't start seeing some online orders within the next, well, by the end of the season, or I'll give it till Christmas. If I don't start seeing some regular online orders, I'm done. Put them up for sale on eBay and be done with it.
Just takes more advertising, man.
I know, and that's where I'm going to probably have to recruit some help. How to get people engaged and get them to start ordering. I tell every customer who comes to my stand, I of course tell them, yeah, you don't have to wait for me to be here. You can order online. There's the website. It's on the bag. QR code and an address.
Do you have a Facebook page for all this?
Yeah, I got that too.
Make sure you send that to me. I'll put it online and I'll send people your way, because I got a lot of friends that love nuts.
Aren't you and I Facebook friends? Or are we?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because I didn't know you were on Facebook.
Let's change that.
So everyone watching my YouTube, I'll put his link in my description. Give him a holler. Cobra sent you some nuts.
Yeah, right. Good ones too.
Forget those big companies that don't even know what's in their product. Hey, you hit them up. Those big companies,
there's a lot.
They probably won't even know what's in their product.
No, mine's better anyway. I don't use fake shit.
That's the problem.
You go buy smoked nuts anywhere, you just about guarantee it's liquid smoke.
I mean, given I like liquid smoke in certain things, but there's nothing, you can never get you can never, oh, you can never overdo the real thing.
I'll argue with you on that one too, because you sure can. We've
Well,
done it.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you can overdo it, but
Jesus Christ, how many Matt Lambs are in Nebraska, for God's sakes? What's your profile picture look like?
3 that I know of.
5, 6.
Speaking of which, what is my profile picture? I can't remember. Oh, it's me with one of my demolition derby cars. Yellow and green demolition derby car.
Doesn't even come up. Okay. I put in Matt Lamb, Nebraska. Do I put in Matthew? I should have come up too.
Yes, Matthew.
There's Matthew's on there too.
Probably find me through my email.
I don't want that auto doing that. For recording.
I've got so many businesses making like.
Oh, you got turtle in
Ye-
parentheses.
Yep.
Got it.
Like I said, everyone, I will leave his a way to get a hold of him for his nuts. I better word that differently. You be getting someone that wants nuts and they can be going, hey.
Right? Already got one of them in the group.
Yeah, super nice
Huh.
guy.
I think we are. We're already Facebook friends, dude.
Are we?
I think so. I'll double check here. Oh, no? Huh. Doesn't show a way to send you a friend request, so I'll just message you. Go from there.
So, yeah, I know Christmas is 6 months away, but you know, it's better than sending someone pound cake.
Well, the shit I do for people at Christmas time is really fun. Then we take and change the back label on the bags, and you can put custom logos and messages and shit like that on there. You can do that anytime, but that's where it's popular on Christmas. Businesses get a hold of me and they'll order 100 bags and have their own logos put on it and stuff.
Nothing says I love you rather than sending your nuts to them.
Right. Okay, just sent you a messenger message, so that'll unable to send. You must have some shit privated up.
Not that I know of.
All right, I'll go do this a different way.
Not that I know of, but then again, I don't understand half about social media.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
old.
limited too. I'm limited too, dude.
I mean, hell, I don't even have an Instagram account because I don't understand it.
Put a ditch cord and send it there. Okay, so there's that one.
I did get that message.
That's in Discord.
Yep.
Um,
That's the nice thing about running two screens. I can see it whenever.
yes. Suppose I shouldn't have said stuff over your recording about how I wash pans, huh?
Yeah. That at that
You might
temperature,
want to. You might want to edit that out.
it cooks everything off.
I know it does, or I would add complaints already.
Go to any barbecue place and go look in their kitchen. Guarantee you,
Yeah.
they've got cooked
Yeah.
on grease and still on those pans.
Yep. Yeah. When I do barbecue catering and shit like that too, those pans actually get washed in soap and water and stuff. But
Yeah, I
well,
mean,
I gotta take that back. I don't actually use the buffet pans for that. I use tinfoil aluminum ones, so then they just get thrown away. I don't use the actual stainless steel.
it'd be different if you were making macaroni cheese where there's residue left on, but
Oh God,
you're smoking nuts. There's nothing
right?
really left on that pan.
No, some spices. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's considered a non-hazardous item too, where you don't have to worry about keeping temperatures and all that shit.
That'd be different if you were smoking chicken.
Oh God, yeah, I avoid that shit like the plague. I do lots of smoked pork, but I'm kind of glad that's calming down too. I've had enough of that in the last 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, my buddy, he does pulled pork, and that is the best I've ever had.
Yep. Yeah, I did 200 pounds for the rescue squad, and I did 100 pounds for another friend's graduation, and then had another 100-pounder to do for another graduation that I did last Friday. And that Thursday morning or whatever, when I was going to start it Thursday night, Thursday morning, another friend of mine gets hold of me. Any chance you got some pulled pork made? Christ. No, but I will tomorrow. He needed another 30 pounds for him.
That's when you know you're good. When people
I
want.
guess. And when it comes to the pulled pork, I've gotten into such a routine. It's 100 pounds, easy.
Yeah, never change. When you have a good
No,
product, never change it.
no, I mean it's. I've done it as far as the end result. Doing the pulling and stuff. I've done that so many different ways, and now this way I do now. Geez, it goes so fast. I take them out of the grill when they're all done. I let them cool down to about 160 degrees, and then I've got some high temp gloves that I use. And I put them in. I've got 6-inch deep stainless steel pans. I'll put 3 butts in there at a time and just start ripping them apart.
Yep.
And it just 3 butts takes up one of them 4-inch aluminum pans. It'll fill one of them pretty much to the top.
So anyone wants to take on someone for arm wrestling? Go ahead, hit up Cobra.
I'm not a threat, I'll guarantee you.
He's always got his hands on butts.
Right? Yeah.
Everyone, get your head out the gutter.
Oh, that stuff's fun. It's the other stuff when people want me to make. Now, brisket's easy too. Brisket's as easy as pulled pork. Ribs, Yeah, I like wrapping the ribs, and if you got a whole bunch to do, that can be a bitch.
Oh yeah.
And then there's the pork belly burnt ends I do. That is a labor of love because it's a lot of labor.
Well, and fat people love stuff like that.
Oh, it's the favorite thing, my favorite thing that I make by far, bar none, is the burnt ends. A lot of people ask for it and stuff, and it's like, yeah, I might. Like that's a lot of fucking work, and it's hard to charge enough for it.
Yeah.
I should be out the door. I should be charging no less than $20 a pound. And I know some people that are willing to pay that, but it it's a ridiculous amount. You know, the pork belly don't cost you all that much, but each pork belly nets you about 80 pieces. Well, then you got to put them all, you get them all seasoned, which you can do in a bag. You can do all them at one shot, but then you got to put them all on wire racks so they aren't touching, and arrange them all on the grill. And then from there on, it's just like doing ribs, basically. You're cooking it to color, pulling them out, and you're putting them in a pan with a bunch of sweet stuff and butter and whatever. Then they go back on the smoker to get tender. Then they come back out to get taken out of that pan, put in another fresh pan, and they get a glaze put over the top of them back on the smoker until they get sticky and gooey.
That's an art, and a lot of people do not have it.
Yeah, it's taking a bunch of trial and error for sure. That and having having big enough equipment to I can do. I think I can do 3 pork bellies at a time, burnt ends, because all the space it takes all the space to put them on the wire racks. That's the worst part. Once you're into the next stage, then it's no big deal. But yeah, that big smoker I've got, I've put 27 racks of ribs in there at once.
Yeah.
Fortunately, though, I didn't have to cook them all the way. I was smoking them for another restaurant, just getting them to the smoke flavor, and they finished them.
All this love and knowledge of cooking, and you drive a semi.
Yeah, I'm loosely involved with a restaurant, but very loosely.
It's also hard to have a brick and mortar.
It is. It is. Well, this gal that's got the restaurant in town here that where I do the smoked nuts now. Um, I had a purchase agreement on that restaurant at one point, but it fell through because it was contingent on me selling my truck, and I never sold it. And then my friend got it. And I'm glad she did. I see what she's done with that place. It's like I wouldn't have been able to do a tenth of what she's done. That place rocks now.
She had the vision for the place, and you got the knowledge of the food.
Of some of it, I tell you what, this gal is super talented on what do you want to call it, manipulating a menu to have really good stuff on it. Okay, I know how to make really good barbecue to add to that, but what she does with just simple stuff like burgers and your simple menu items, it, it's an art. She's an artist in that. She really is. Worked her ass off too for it.
Oh, yeah. If you don't, you're not going to make it in this society.
Right. Yep. And this is her second restaurant. Her first one she sold for a tidy little profit, I think, and um, And that one, that was funny. That little first place she had should have failed spectacularly. It had so many things going against it. It wasn't even funny. I questioned her many times. Are you sure you really want to do this? Right. What's number one when it comes to most businesses and restaurants especially?
Yeah, no, your debt, your income to
No.
debt ratio.
Location, location, location. That's number one.
Yeah.
And you better have parking. Her location wasn't too bad. It was right on the highway in town, but in a very small town.
Well,
No
also,
parking. No parking at all. Few street spots, that's it.
I mean, like where I live, the restaurant business is so cutthroat.
Yeah. But she made that place and it was a coffee shop, specialized coffee like what Starbucks, she has baristas. And then she made flatbread pizzas and sandwiches.
Ooh, now
Uh,
you're speaking my language.
well, yeah, and I was pretty skeptical of that too, just because it was such a niche little place. It was like there's not 2,000 people in this town. You know, yes, I'm going to come there and eat sometimes, but I bet most people are going to be like me and eat there maybe once a month and don't have that big of an area to draw from. And God damn it, if she wasn't busy all the time. And I just sat, shook my head. I was like, "How the fuck do you do it?" I told her, I said, "Got no goddamn parking." She goes, "Yeah, people find places to park. They'll walk a block." It's like, Jesus Christ, okay. And it worked.
Well, like where I live, so many like the McDonald's and Taco Bells are pushing the mom and pop shops out.
Right. Yeah. And
We've
that is
lost.
one thing we don't have here. The only chain we have here is Subway.
Yeah, one time we had three in this small little town. Three Subways.
Really? Wow.
They just because they remodeled one, so they shut the other one down.
Oh, okay.
So now we got
Yeah.
that one, and then we got one inside of a Walmart.
And see, we're 12 miles from a town that's big enough to have Walmart.
Surprisingly, we have Costco's poultry farms here for all their
Okay.
chickens,
Yeah.
but we don't have a Costco.
That's
Tell me how that
interesting.
we grow all their chickens and all that for their places here.
Yeah. But the area is not, well, you've got a Costco probably what, within 50 miles or 60?
Oh yeah, Omaha's
Yeah.
not 20 miles from us, and
Wow. There's why right there.
I bet you there's probably four Costco's within that area.
Yeah. My Omaha is huge. I can see that.
Uh,
So here we got a Costco about 60 miles to the east of us and about 100 miles to the west.
but yeah, we got all this fast food in our town,
Yeah.
and it got rid of a lot of the mom and pop cafes.
Right. I learned something. If you guys got you got Casey's around there, don't you?
Oh yeah,
Casey's.
we got two of them here.
Right. I learned something interesting about them. Um, a YouTuber by the name of Fat Electrician. You ever watch him?
Never even heard of them.
He's fucking awesome. You have to look him up because his content's phenomenal. The way he tells a story. He does a lot of history stuff, a lot of military, but other stuff too, businesses and stuff too. but he did a thing on Casey's the other day. He goes, "Yeah, Casey's is a pizza joint masquerading as a gas station.
They have really good pizza.
They have the best in my book. They
Uh,
are they are tied as the number 5 pizza chain in the country,
wow.
and they're only in 13 states.
We have two of them here in the Fremont area.
Yeah, yeah. The what the hell did it come up to? The math came out to, on average, so obviously your bigger areas are going to do a lot more, but on average, each location makes 11,000 pizzas a year
Jeez.
at a fucking gas station. It's the numbers that he came up with and found on it is just phenomenal. Yeah,
Like I'm not a
it,
big fan of Pizza Hut.
no, but I mean your Domino's and Pizza Hut and Caesars, Little Caesars or whatever, that'd probably be your top 3.
Yeah, and see,
Um,
I am not a fan of any of those.
yeah,
But
um,
I love my Casey's.
yeah,
I mean, we we have really good pizza at Sat Brothers, but unless you're along I-80, you probably don't have a Sat Brothers anywhere near you
no,
because
no,
we're all
no.
along East Coast to West Coast,
Yeah, I only saw them every once in a while when I was over the road.
and you know, pizza keeps getting better and better and better because
Yeah,
that's not what they started as.
right. Yeah,
They
yeah.
just
You got to look up Pat Electricity. You'll thoroughly enjoy his stories. His videos are half hour long, maybe. Some of them less, some of them a little more. But yeah, the way he tells the stories is just it's so fun to listen to. He makes history fun.
No, I can tell you exactly what location was Sat Brothers original and what year the original opened.
Oh yeah, when what?
Ni- 1971, Omaha, Nebraska at 144th and I-80.
No wonder you know. It's home turf.
Well, not only that, but my wife's been with the company for 18 years.
Oh wow. Okay. What's she do then? With them?
She is a general manager.
Okay.
So, and they've been very good to us over the years.
Good.
I I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like Sat Brothers and that, but you know, so just as many people that don't like some of the other truck stops.
Oh yeah.
For some I mean, they're there to serve the truck drivers and travelers, and you know,
Oh yeah. I know.
you know, you're a truck driver.
Yeah, I'm right.
You need your go-go juice in the morning.
Sometimes if I don't get around to making my own. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all going to be expensive. Well, not really, but oh, keep talking every day. I'd love to get out of the truck for good, but I don't know what else I'd do in this world. I've done it for so long.
Right. I just keep thinking I'd like to go be a company driver instead of an owner op.
Well, that's what I am, but oh, didn't realize you're an owner operator.
Yeah. About 12 years of it. I'm just sick of fixing my truck. Somebody else to fix it, and I'll just drive the bit.
Oh, just hire a driver.
Nope. No money in that. The other thing I've learned is if you're going to do that, you hire in odd numbers. 3, 5, 7, never even ones. Don't know why that worked, but everybody I've talked to that's got companies, you know, that are say in the range of 25 and under, they say that. Duh. I'm gonna work on that damn crap. Yeah, you're a cat. You don't get to help. What is that? Oh. Some days it's tough to be brain damaged. That damn sink I bought is the other problem I had with it is the clips that hold it in place do not work.
No, that's no bueno.
Well, it's glued in place, but it causes gaps around the edge, and I don't like that. Yeah, there's the clips that they're in the instructions on how to put them in, but you put them in like that, they don't work. Absolutely do not work. I fought with that for hours the other day.
Isn't it so much fun?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was saying Mary had a little lamb quite a bit.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Mary had a little lamb, and she had a potty mouth that day. Might have to. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I didn't bother reading the instructions on this, but I think I can get it to work.
Who reads instructions?
I know. Not for candy asses with wives.
Oh, you'll get married again, man.
Unlikely. And not just unlikely, highly unlikely. But I won't say never. You know, not impossible, just highly unlikely.
Meet that one lady that drives semis herself, and
not so sure that would be a big attractant anymore.
Hey, as long as
Maybe if she used to.
she doesn't call herself Large Marge,
Right.
and if you can reference what movie that's from, you get bonus points.
Oh, I can't. I have no idea.
Come on, it's within your mine and yours time period.
You saying I'm old?
We are both old. Come on, you weren't a fan of Pee Wee?
Nope.
Ah,
Pee Wee Herman? Hell no. Did I see whatever that one movie is? I think it's one that got him famous or whatever. Yeah, probably I did, but
I
didn't
don't know if
like
it
him.
was a movie that got him famous or just his TV shows.
No, what was the name of that?
Pee Wee's Playhouse?
No.
Pee Wee's Big Adventure? Or
Nope, not. It doesn't have his name in it. God damn. It was kind of along the lines of the National Lampoon movies, but it wasn't any of them either. Porky's.
Was he in it?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
As Pee Wee or as himself?
Couldn't tell you.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Me either. All I remember of that movie anymore is when they all got caught peeking in the girls' shower and that big old woman caught them.
Yeah,
That's all I remember of it.
that was hilarious.
Uh huh. This is gonna work. Matt, this is gonna fucking work.
It is gonna work?
It is gonna work.
Nice.
I was just afraid I was gonna end up having to go find some other parts and shit, but this is gonna do the trick. And quite nicely. Yeah, that damn touch control, if you ever get that, it's so nice. I mean, it's not just that it's fancy, right? It's just really, really convenient. Like if your hands are dirty, you're cooking or whatever, all you gotta do is reach over. All you gotta do is be able to touch the neck of the faucet with your arm or something, whatever makes contact.
Like if you've been working with chicken or stuff like that.
Yep, you never have to touch the handle, you know.
Yeah.
And I always leave it so it turns to warm. You know, it comes on so it's warm, not hot. And yeah, but every time I turn it on, it's at least warm. It's good for washing hands. And yeah, it's slicker now. But you get used to that. And then you go to somebody else's house and go to use their sink and you tap on it and go, the fucking thing broken? You know? It's like, oh yeah, dumbass, you're not home. Even the girlfriend, after she moved out, she's been out of here almost 2 years. And just the other day, she's like, we were talking about it. She goes, every once in a while, I still forget. Try and tap on her faucet. Put her to the test. No leak so far, so we'll put some real volume in the sink. Pull the lid and see if she make sure she don't leak. Oh, I'm gonna be so tickled if this is all good. Which the way it went together, it shouldn't be a problem. It'll be just fine. when you got one big sink bowl, boy, does the water seem slow to try and fill.
Yeah.
Got a cool feature on it though that if you're spraying shit off, you push this button and it goes into kind of a wide pattern, and it's about triple the pressure. It's really great for cleaning off pans and stuff. And the other thing too, these touch ones, there's the touchless ones too will have it, but you got an indicator right on the faucet for what temperature it's at, kind of, with 3 different colors. This one here's got blue, green, and red. If it's in the green, it won't burn you.
I've seen those and I love them.
It is nice. Yeah, the other one had varying LED that just went from red to blue, and then everything in between. It would even do very subtle variances, which that was nice too. I'm sure it's already up above the grates. This one came with a colander that fits in the sink and a cutting board, so you can
Yes.
set it right down in the grooves.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's the one I've been looking at. I want to replace my sink, but I have granite countertops already, and I would hate to have to unglue those.
Well, Grant, what kind of is your sink you have now? Undermount?
Yes.
Yeah, this one can do that. This is either or.
Yeah, but I don't know what it would be like to cut that out, from.
Do you have a standard size sink in there now?
I'm not sure.
If it's 33 by 22, that's what I've found to be the standard, and that's what this one is. Put a picture up on the ditch cord there. I showed it with the cutting board in place. It would match your granite quite nicely. It came with a colander too, but that colander I'll never use.
Huh. I just realized Corey's online too now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's up on Out of Ore.
Probably on with acid.
Yep.
Acid.
And
He's hardcore, man.
but they're not. He's not playing Out of Ore though.
He's probably playing Roadcraft.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, motherfucker. Houston, we have a leak. Damn it.
Up North Barbecue Snacks.
Yep.
A nice looking page.
Thanks.
Let's see.
On the actual web page or the Facebook?
Facebook. Let me see how I share this.
What did our wrench go? I knocked a wrench off the counter. I don't even know if I can describe this right. Knocked a wrench off the fucking counter, and it hit one of the lower cupboard doors and went flying into the cupboard. I can't find the damn wrench.
Jesus.
What in God's mean earth could? I mean, it's like a 5/8 wrench.
Yeah, where'd you send that sync to?
Your chat.
I've not gotten that yet.
Mining online chat.
Oh. Yeah, the one I'm looking at similar to that.
Sorry if I'm making a shit ton of noise, but
You're not making any.
I have dug a lot of stuff out here and still haven't come across it. What in? What the hell?
I say the same things too.
What? Where the hell could it have, how far could it have gotten in there? Or did it sneak its way into a pan somehow? Nope. That didn't do. It bounced back out and I didn't see it, and I'm looking for the wrong thing. I don't think that happened either. Huh. There's a bunch of little Tupperwares I didn't know I had. Oh, there it is. God, it went all the way around the freaking corner and back in the back of the cupboard. It's in a corner cabinet. Yeah, that was dumb as hell.
Nah.
Huh. Yeah, it had to have gone in, hit another plastic bowl, bounced off of that, bounced off the cutting boards, and around the back in the corner. Unbelievable. Redonkulous, dude. No, I'm gonna have to get a flashlight. Them smart faucets I was talking about.
The what?
The smart faucet I was talking about that I kind of wanted to get.
Yeah.
And I will get on the next upgrade, but that'll be years. It comes with, you got an app, right? So you can go in there and program how many ounces for your coffee pot, how many ounces you would use to fill your pot for spaghetti, and take your pick of different things. Glass of water, leaving enough room for ice. And all you have to do is put it under the faucet and tell Alexa which one to fill. And it'll put the right amount of ounces in. Tell me that's not fucking cool.
It's kind of scary what the technology we live in now.
You might be something nice.
You know, technology has already surpassed the human brain.
I don't know what I think.
Especially with the AI.
Yeah, it's about to get ridiculous. It's better.
I don't know about better, but...
Well, more powerful.
Oh, yeah. Overly smart.
Mm-hmm. Fix one leak and another one shows up. upping my water bill a little bit testing this.
Now you need is a filtration system.
Don't need that here.
Your water.
Tap water's really good.
Oh God, not here. I mean, it's no Flint, it's no Flint, Michigan, but
no, I've got a water softener, and I think once a year I got to put salt in that, and it takes care of it.
Oh yeah, I got everything here.
All right, God damn it. Hell, that's not even a part that came with the kit. I believe that leaks tight as it now is. Ah.
Go up here. Got to start cutting trees to make some wood.
That's something else I want to do in our little group. One thing we've already come up with, because Corey's been playing like this quite a bit, is you have to craft everything. We'll have to buy some things to begin with, but after that, if it can be crafted, you got to make it if you want it.
Like concrete, steel.
Yep. And that'll be my job. Tell the production manager what you need, and I'll make it happen. And it'll be, you can go a couple different ways, particularly in the beginning. Like, it's going to be a while before we're going to be able to make concrete block. So to battle that, then I'll have to sell enough ores that we can buy some. But that won't be the norm, Start singing Mary Had a Little Lamb again. I can say Mary Had a Little Mat. Sorry.
Smart ass.
Hey, do you know what has 5 toes but isn't your foot?
5 toes that isn't your foot. What's that?
My foot.
Oh, jeez. Wah, wah, wah.
I've gotten a bunch of people with that one. I love it.
Well, being a truck driver, you get a lot of time to think, though.
That's the shit I see on the internet.
Must be true. It's on the internet.
Right. TikTok video or a meme or something,
I have never been on TikTok.
I like it. I just like the added content. Otherwise, YouTube Shorts and Facebook Reels are fun too. Same thing. There, leak fixed. On puts it away. Happy, happy, happy.
Giggity, giggity. All right.
There you go. Yeah, your diggity diggity thing. Hell yes. I'll take all these extra parts, put them in a bag, and leave them under there.
There shouldn't be any extra parts.
Oh yeah, that was some stuff you might not need.
Yeah,
Yes, you send different stuff for different fitments.
I could definitely
Yeah,
see FS Miner coming in here with mining machine and stuff for logging and all that.
yeah. Like, it's part of the roadmap too, right? Mods. He's already expressed his interest. It'll be interesting to see how much they open up to mods. You know, do they super control it, or does it get
Uh,
pretty open? You know what I mean?
I think Farm Sim let too many in, and that's why they're
Yeah,
having so many problems.
yeah, it certainly can contribute to that. Yeah. Hmm. Take a little time to get used to that damn faucet too, because it seemed to right there. It turned straight hot on first. Maybe it does that to warm it up. Maybe it's that smart. It goes straight hot and cuts it back. Possible. Damn cat. Eat her all in the garage. Oh, it's gonna be nice to have my kitchen back. I've been washing pans and shit because I can't do them in the sink. Oh yeah, the old girlfriend having a fit about me wanting that single bowl last time, and then sites. Gotta have two bowls for two sides for doing dishes and shit. You know, I can count on one hand how many times she ever did dishes that way.
You know, don't need both.
Not at all. Especially when you got a really good dishwasher. The vast majority is going to go through that.
Yeah. That's one thing. I spent a lot of money on my dishwasher.
Yeah. I didn't skimp either. I'm very, very happy with it.
Got a Kenmore Elite.
Yeah, I think I remember looking at them. I went with a Bosch.
The only thing Bosch we
Really
have
good.
around here is power tools.
Yep, that's normal. Yep. Wasn't until I happened to go in this one appliance store locally here that even Bosch made appliances.
I didn't either.
Yep. And the old guy that was in there that's been doing this since God was just a little boy directed me to, I said, I want something really, really good. I'm sick of dishwashers where you got to wash most of your dishes before you can even put shit in there because they don't do it. He goes, you want a Bosch? Okay, well, try it. And yeah, I've been sold since so far. I mean, this one's been around just long enough now. If it went down, it still wouldn't owe me anything. And then we'd have to search again to see if Bosch was still on top of the game. My favorite thing about it, and I'm sure there's plenty of others that do this, you might too, is there's no exposed heat element. So the element sits somewhere within the pump system to heat the water way up, but there's nothing exposed, so you can put Tupperware right down on the bottom and nothing will melt.
Nice. I mean, I can do. I could probably do that with my Kenmore, but I'm so used to the
Most,
old school ways.
now most you wouldn't dare, you know.
I love my Kenmore Elite.
Oh yeah.
It's like a
I know
15.
I want to say that was the one I saw a demonstration of where they took a whole pizza and put in there, and the whole fucking thing just disappeared.
The
Does that
Ken.
sound right? Like,
Well, it's pretty powerful. I mean, I don't
yeah,
even have to pre-wash my pans, and they come out sparkling clean.
yeah. That's I was going for that one, and mind you, that would have been over 20 years ago now since we bought our first Bosch. I'm on my second one only because I had to leave the first one in the house I moved out of. But back around that time, I saw that one and I was like, holy shit! Now that's what I want my dishwasher to do. But that one still had that exposed element. It
Yeah,
was the non-exposed element that kind of sold me. And the other reason for having that element is for drying, right?
yeah.
Bosch just runs their temp so high on their water that it takes care of it. It'll still, when that hot water, steams off it or whatever, it dries real fast. I was pretty impressed. Hopefully this one just keeps going for quite a while because I really like it. And I don't like replacing dishwashers because they're damned expensive, or appliances, period, because they're expensive.
Oh yeah. I think ours was like like $1,500.
Wow, yeah, I don't think my Bosch was that much. I want to say it was around that grand mark, but
I've never heard. The only thing Bosch I've ever heard of is like drills and saws
yeah,
and
and they make great tools.
yeah.
I'm a
I've got.
DeWalt guy, but
Oh, I love my DeWalt drill.
yeah, I've got the whole, what do you want to call it, system, if you will, all 20 volt.
Yeah. I've got a Bosch drill, but I don't have a charger for it, and the charger costs as much as a new drill.
Batteries are usually worse yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
I bought a
yeah,
couple of aftermarket batteries. Honestly, for as long as they lasted, I should have bought the original. all my originals work fine, but those aftermarkets are done for.
I got a really nice Bosch drill sitting out in my garage, and no charger to charge a battery.
Dad had a nice Bosch reciprocating saw. That thing was a beast. So yeah, I fully believe in their tools. I think they make great tools. Oh, Matt, it is so nice to have my kitchen back.
Well, you know the way to a man's heart, right?
My food.
Through his belly.
Yes. I just haven't wanted to cook anything because I can't clean stuff. And half the shit from under the cupboard was up on the counter. I know it sounds like I'm whining, but I'm just really thrilled right now.
You have every reason to be thrilled.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Also, when terraforming's locked, you can't even harvest trees.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. You.
Still don't know if we're even working tomorrow, because it's
Yeah,
still raining.
Oh man. Yeah, any place you're supposed to be is probably gonna be swamped.
I bet you we won't be working, because as much rain as we've gotten, they're not going to be pouring concrete.
No. No, yeah, if you guys got that plant full, you're in good shape.
Yeah, my loader, I've talked to him because we're friends outside of work, and he said he's just been stacking all day.
Yeah. I believe that.
He's been trying to find things to do. For someone that doesn't like heights,
Yeah.
because he's got that pile stacked up probably about 3 or 4 stories tall. Climbing up there with a loader.
Yeah. You got a ramp run around it?
Oh yeah. And he's driving a Cat 966 up it.
Nice.
I keep rubbing it in. What happens if the pile gives out from under you? I get
Just go for a ride.
the shut the hell up.
We get to be first to the bottom of the hill. What's wrong with that?
Oh, he is terrified of heights.
Should ask him if he carries a parachute just in case.
Extra pair of clean drawers.
That should be a given for him.
Yeah, he goes up sand piles, goes up rock piles. Not like I really have anything to do. My semi just got complete oil change and greased, and
Yeah.
as hard as it
They
rained, it just got washed.
at least rinsed.
Yeah.
I'll just assume, as big of a place as you are, that you don't change your own oil.
No. I'm not a mechanic.
Right.
I mean, given
I don't do it either.
I can build you a hell of a race engine,
Right.
gasser. Comes to diesels, you're on your own.
Oil changes are technically easy. I just hate them. I don't care what it's in. I don't care if it's in a lawnmower. I hate it.
Yeah, we have guys that's what they do, and
Yeah.
they needed stuff to do. So I was like, how about an oil change, even though it's like 2,000 miles before it's supposed to be done?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I kind of
No,
marked
it's better. A lot better than 2,000 miles after, right?
I kind of marked it down on accident, not realizing it said grease.
Oh, not
I
oil change. Okay,
I kind of misread it.
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense, and I think that's an easy mistake there.
Well, without my reading glasses, I really can't see up close. I can
Right.
tell you what the road sign says a mile down the road, but you get like arms in front of me, can't see. It's all
Huh.
blurry because I had those distance lenses put in my eyes.
Oh, LASIK kind of thing?
Well, cataract surgery.
Okay. All right.
They said
Yeah.
they're starting to see a lot more young people with cataracts.
Huh.
Well, gee, I wonder why. Computers came out.
Well, and our diets aren't the greatest, right?
Oh, what's a diet?
Uh-huh. Well, what we eat day to day is certainly not healthy,
Oh God,
typically.
God no.
I mean, we are capable of mitigating that a little bit, but do we?
No,
Silly.
fast food is just way too easy.
Yep.
Gee, a truck driver that doesn't eat healthy. Go figure.
Huh. I go back and forth.
Yeah, I do the same.
I mean, I'm gone back to gain. I'll be like a yo-yo now, probably the rest of my life. I've gone back to gaining a bit here again to where the point where when I'm driving, it's a little more comfortable to unbutton the top of the pants.
See, I wear stretchy pants. I cheat.
Um, these are too, man. These are pretty stretchy, and the belt is stretchy, but it still feels good to unbutton that button because we're at about the end of the stretch.
Please tell me you're not one of those drivers that wears a sundress
Well, then I wouldn't have to worry about it, would I?
and you get the air conditioning underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get those kind of drivers. They come into SAPs and that, and they're wearing a sundress and high heels.
Oh my hell. Yeah. I guess as long as they can read, speak, and write English, go for it.
The last time I saw it, the guy was as white as a ghost. I almost asked if he was Corporal Klinger.
God loved him. That was a fabulous character.
You know, he was only supposed to be on that show temporarily.
Oh yeah.
But they liked his character so much they wrote him in.
No, that's funny.
I just read an article because of Margaret Houlihan passing away.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hot Lips.
Yep, because him and her were best friends.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stories like that about, this person wasn't supposed to be in a movie, or this person didn't know what the hell they were doing and learned.
Yeah,
There's a lot of cool stuff like that.
they just liked the character so much they wrote him into the, and he stayed.
Yeah. Yeah, that I'm drawing a blank now. That movie that Arlie Ermy was drill sergeant in. Um, all I can think of is the Green Mile, and that ain't it.
You talking Gunny?
Yep,
Wasn't that Full Metal Jacket?
there it is. Yep, yep.
Yeah, he
Full Metal
pa-
Jacket.
he passed away. He
Yeah,
was
but he was only hired to be a consultant for
Yeah,
that.
he wasn't even supposed to be in the movie,
Nope.
and he was just so good at it.
Yep.
They fired the
They
guy that
just,
was supposed to play the character, and
yep. Put him in. There's that. And have you watched Yellowstone?
uh-uh.
Okay. There's a couple of, well, that show was just wild anyway, but a couple of kind of wild characters in there. One of them's a woman, goes by the name Teeter. It's actually Michael Landon's daughter. Um, but, oh, wait a minute. Jimmy was the one I was thinking of. Jimmy comes on. In the show, he's a meth head and just, you know, at the bottom, about ready to, could just about pull the trigger in his mouth and get it over with. But his grandpa had asked a favor of, John Dutton. Could you put him to work on your ranch? You know, and he did. And Jimmy ended up being pretty damn good. Ended up being, he's always kind of the dumb one, kind of the doughhead, but worked hard. And when Taylor Sheridan hired him, Jimmy couldn't ride a horse to save his fucking life, and he had to be a cowboy. Taylor made him ride that fucking horse till his ass literally bled through his jeans, and he learned on the show. And Teeter was kind of the same way, except Jimmy came up and says, never ridden a horse before. Teeter come on and says, I know how to ride a horse. Didn't have a fucking clue either. She got put through the ringer and ended up being very good. Stories like that they're fun. That's cool shit. I got so little respect for any of Hollywood, but stories like that are pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain actors and actresses I absolutely love, but there's a lot I do not care for.
Yeah. Yeah, the list of ones I loathe are probably is longer. If I see they're on the show, I won't watch it, no matter how good everybody says it is.
Like, I'm not a fan of Will Ferrell. I just don't find his version of comedy funny.
Yeah, what show he was in a doctor show, wasn't he? Wasn't
Well,
he on Scrubs or something like that?
no. He was like in the movie Elf, which is one of my wife's most favorite Christmas movies.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. That
Talladega
was
Nights.
BJ Honeycutt and Mash, right? Is that the
Uh,
same guy?
I can't remember.
Oh, God damn it, I've got my phone here, and unlike trap, Google works for me.
What would we be like without phones?
Yeah, Mike Farrell, not Will. Okay, Mike Farrell. Oh, I gotta look up Will Ferrell so I can think of who he is. Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen him in a few things. Sure.
One actor I definitely hate is Seth Rogen.
I gotta see which one he is. Again, kind of recognize the name, but can't. Oh, I'm really bad with placing names to faces. Yeah, probably seen him. Don't know him well enough to like him or hate him.
Can't remember, do these trees grow back after so long?
Yes, if the topsoil is not disturbed beyond the little hole it makes when it falls.
That's what I'm wondering, because I swore I've cut these trees down.
Yeah, I know there was a split episode where Dopey went off and was cutting trees down. They started the stream back up again, and they were all back. And she's like, "What the hell?" They didn't realize it.
Well, that's kind of nice. So, see, I could see mining taking off, or forestry taking off on this just for getting wood.
Hmm. Yeah, they said they want to implement it. I don't think it's in the roadmap, but Christians have actually talked about it, and they were kind of known for their forestry mods and farm sims. So.
Oh, is that what he did?
Yeah, they made. I wish I could remember the specific mods they made, but I know I used to download or I used to have some of them. Yeah, no one. I was just looking at this feral guy that you love so much. Um, I can name about three things in his entire repertoire that I've even seen. And Elf is one of them. I did see that. I didn't know he's in Austin Powers. That must have been a minor role. But yeah, I ain't watched much of him. Apparently he's in the Barbie movie too.
Who's in the Barbie movie?
Farrell.
Yeah, who is he though?
Oh, ask hard questions.
Huh.
Why did you see the Barbie movie?
My wife did. Maybe.
Yeah, it's the recent one, 2023. Okay. Margot Robbie, she's a hottie. Well, he doesn't show up in the top 12. Oh, yeah, he does. Never mind. Oh, he was the Mattel CEO. He doesn't even have a character name, just Mattel CEO. Now you know. Inquiring minds, you know.
The more you know.
Mm-hmm. Less you wish you did. That's funny how you look up one item on Google or YouTube or something, and the sheer frickin' amount of ads you see for it.
Right?
I just want to say I know the product exists. I'll get it when I'm ready. You don't need to see 5 ads in the first 2 minutes of scrolling Facebook.
Oh, sure you do.
I just realized that was on my business page. Besides, not even my personal page. He's a little mean boss for working from home. What on earth are you doing? Me, watching a tutorial on effectively dealing with coworkers. Boss, that's a kickboxing video. Yep, sure is.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, she put reason 154 why I work from home. Not a single person asked me if I could run fast in my new shoes today. Being an adult is stupid. You never guess who posted that.
Um,
Blaze.
oh, jeez.
Okay, I'm getting stupid. I need to go sleep for a while.
All right, buddy. Well, you have a good night's rest.
Yeah, I'll chat with you later if you're on.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
know what
I
the boss
imagine you.
is gonna decide, or
Yeah, I imagine you'll be on quite a bit if you don't think you're going to work tomorrow. So.
yeah. Well, get some rest, buddy.
Yeah, I better. I can feel it.
All right.
Later, man.
See you, buddy.
Bye. Do you have to hang it up?
No, just log out like you normally would.
I click on my name and it says join voice. It doesn't give me an option to hang up.
Hmm.
That's a little bit weird.
All right, I'll just.
Yeah, kick me out.
All right, buddy. Have a great night.
You too.
If I can find.